Hi everyone, this is Julianne Victoria of Through the Peacock's Eyes. Welcome to my channel. This is the video series for the Uranus and Taurus transit for each astrological sign. Now, Uranus did enter Taurus last May of 2018, but he retrograded back into Aries, and he officially enters his long-term stay in Taurus in March 2019. Now, he will be there until April 2026, except from July 2025 when he moves into Gemini, but then he retrogrades back into Taurus in November 2025 until April 2026 when he officially moves forward into Gemini. So for these readings, so they will be my Astro Tarot Scope / Oracle Scope. So going along with the unconventional energy of Uranus, I've picked out, I've actually already done it and prepped the decks, a different deck for each astrological sign based on the energies I was feeling. And then I actually went through and redid it because I felt like the energy shifted. So I have the decks all shuffled and prepped for you. I will shuffle a little more on screen. While I am shuffling, I will discuss the Uranus transit in your sign. And you can listen to these based on your sun sign, which is my focus. You can also listen to them based on your moon sign, if that's very strong for you, or your rising or ascendant sign. And this is coming from the Western astrology perspective, if you're wondering. I did make a video discussing the how and what to listen to when you listen to general Western astrology horoscope. So I'm going to link that on screen here towards the end of your video for your sign. Because sometimes if you're listening to your ascendant or rising sign, it can be off, and that depends on the degree of your rising sign and how your house lays out. So I'll link that video on screen if you want to check it out. I think that's all I wanted to say here. Again, I'll be using either a tarot or an oracle card deck for your sign. I will do a 3-card spread. Discuss the astrology while I'm shuffling, and then do the tarot or oracle card reading for the guidance that you need for your sign for this very long-term Uranus in Taurus transit. All right, everyone, thank you for watching and enjoy your Astro Tarot / Oracle Scope. Hi Scorpio, welcome to your Astro Tarot Scope for the Uranus and Taurus transit. So Uranus, as you know, brings surprises, unexpected events, shakeups, unconventionality, and he's transiting through your 7th house of relationships, or the house of the other. So Uranus's transit here could be, sudden relationships come into your life, love relationships, very close friendships, or even business partnerships. They may just pop up out of the blue, unexpected, in a way you never thought of. So let's say you're thinking of starting a business and you need a partner for such and such. They may just, one day someone you knew emails you saying they're thinking of doing the same thing, and there you go, you have your business partner. When it comes to like a love relationship, a potential partner, you may just bump into someone at the grocery store, when you least expect to meet someone and you fall madly in love. Now, another side of Uranus transiting your 7th house is that you can fall in love very quickly and then fall out of love very quickly. So it can bring in sudden mad crushes and then they dissolve just as fast. So if you have a sudden relationship, you bump into someone while you're getting gas at the gas station and you fall in love, take your time with it. We have a popper here. Take your time with it. Don't rush it because it may fizzle out just as quickly. So you want to make sure it's going to last. Okay. Yeah, and on that line, Uranus transiting your 7th house can bring in sudden breakups. So breakups in a love relationship. It could just be a sudden change in your relationship. So let's say someone you're dating moves halfway around the world, yet you keep dating. Yeah, I am sort of getting seesaw energy. So a lot of you Scorpios may be back and forth in a relationship. Like you break up, you get back together, you break up, you get back together. So on that sense too, I want to say take your time. Take your time with those sudden relationships that come in. Don't rush anything. Whether it is a love partnership type relationship or it's like a best friend or a business partner, Do take your time. Make sure it's something that isn't going to end just as quickly as it started. Okay. Let's see what guidance we get from God, Spirit, the universe through the tarot for you, Scorpio, with Uranus transiting Taurus, your 7th house. Okay. I'll lay out the 3 cards and then grab. We actually had 2 cards fly out, so you get 5 cards, Scorpio. You get extra. For the tarot portion, I am using the Darkness of Light tarot, and I chose this because of dark and light, the one and the other for 7th house energy, relationship energy. So the 2 cards that fell out, I'm going to show. Okay, my camera shut off on me there. So those 2 cards that popped out, we have the Magician and the Queen of Swords. So Magician, new beginning energy. Yes, new relationships may come in like magic, magically appear. But the Magician is also an illusionist. So I do want to say, Scorpio, again, take your time in relationships. Don't rush into anything. If the other person is an illusionist, we'll say a player, even a narcissist, they will try to force you to move quicker than you want. So don't play the game. That's sort of a clue that this is just a Uranus flash relationship coming in and it should end quickly. Now, if a relationship magically comes in and you take your time, the person is understanding, doesn't try to force you to move too quickly or do things you don't want to do, then it's probably one that's going to last a little longer than something short term. Now, the Queen of Swords energy. This is you, Scorpio, whether you're a man or a woman. Be wise. That's what I'm getting. Be wise. Be wise when a relationship, a new person in your life, a new friend, a new best friend, you're like, wow, we're best friends. We've all, you meet someone, you're like, wow, I feel like we've always been best friends. Make sure it's not an illusion. Be wise. Queen of Swords is the very wise queen. Be wise. Assess the situation. Take your time. If it is truly just a sudden surprising new love partner, a new best friend, a new business partner, taking your time will strengthen and grow the relationship. Otherwise, it'll fizzle somehow. Okay. Now, the 3 cards in the 3 main spread here. The first one is the Queen of Coins, or the Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, I'm getting growth energy here. Of course, we see the bunnies here. Growth has been sort of a continuous underlying theme through these Uranus and Taurus videos I've been doing. No matter what house, what sign, there is a lot of growth coming from this. And I think it's the Taurus energy, because Taurus is a sign that's very much of growth and springtime. The relationships you have, Scorpio, that are solid, that are stable, that won't suddenly end with this Uranus and Taurus transit, they are going to grow stronger and more beautifully than you thought possible. So if, let's say you're married and your relationship is great, it's going to grow stronger. This could also indicate having a family or children, if that's something you're hoping to do if you're that age. But definitely there's great growth in the relationships that are solid, and surprising growth in ways that you had not thought could happen or expected. Okay. Now the second card we have here is the Ace of Wands. So like the Magician, it's a new beginning energy. So this is new relationships, right? New energy for your relationship. So you may be surprised at your renewed growth, your renewed spark, because Wands is fire, spark, fire, your renewed passion for your relationship that you're in. So your love partner, husband, wife, spouse, so on, or new relationships that come in. The passion you feel may surprise you, but it's there. Okay. Just make sure it's not an illusion. It's not one that's going to pop in and pop away. So take your time. Both of these cards, growth takes time. So be patient in all types of relationships and make sure that they are sudden, surprising ones that will support the growth rather than suddenly, surprisingly disappear. Okay, and then we have the Ten of Coins, another very earthy card for earthy Taurus, your seventh house. Ten of Coins is a card of wealth. And when it comes to relationships, Scorpio, this is a transit. It is a 7-year transit. So this isn't all happening continuously, nonstop, every day for the next 7 years. For some, it will be gradual growth, or it'll be a relationship here and that ends in a relationship there. But overall, it's going to lead to great wealth in your relationships. That's the growth. This has all this growth energy. Growth in your relationships, that's going to lead to wealth in your relationships. So wealth in relationships means, for some, it may mean that solid life partner relationship that you've always wanted, or one that you're in, that it grows, it gets deeper. This is also very much a family card. So again, as I said here, for those of you in a relationship, or possibly one that starts during this transit, and you want a family, the energy is definitely good there for you. Of course, how this affects you individually will be different, but in general, it is really good. Wealth in close friendships or even business partnerships. So overall, it's a really good energy. I would just say, make sure that those sudden falling, you bump into someone at the grocery store and you fall madly in love. Take your time. You want to make sure it's real and not just an illusion for you and or the other person. All right, Scorpio, that is your Astro Taroscope for the Uranus and Taurus transit. Thank you for watching, liking, sharing, and subscribing, and I'll see you back here soon.